Cartoons! We all, of course, have our favorites like Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes, SpongeBob before Season 6, Ed and Eddie, Adventure Time, regular show, Steven Universe, and that one cartoon about the bald kid who could blow you away. But there are some cartoons that never became popular and probably had at least one chance in the spotlight. Luckily for you, we're here to discuss 10 of those today. Welcome to my top 10 obscure cartoons. And anime. Here's a rule: no cartoons about famous celebrities or already popular franchises of other formats. They gotta be original.
Hey, I told you to surrender a few minutes ago. You should have listened to me.
Zodiac symbols and fighting. This is Saint Seiya, also known as Knights of the Zodiac, an anime about fighters and how they're connected to zodiac constellations. Sounds insane, right? But remember, anime, this is you! I like the concept of the anime, the character designs, even if some of them looked a tad femmy. Even the animation looks pretty good. It doesn't really bother me that Deke did an English dub of this either. However, I have one thing that I don't like in this anime. The progression and pacing is so slow. Anyway, I'm sorry that I don't have much else to say about this show.
Louis? Louis! My mic key's not working.
A cartoon based off of a children's comic book series published by Scholastic. You'd probably expect PBS to do this, but Wayside probably wasn't subtle enough, so it was debuted on Nickelodeon. This cartoon is centered around a quirky, dysfunctional, and mostly out-of-control school, with a classroom that is 2 times the amount of that type of crazy. Yet that's probably to be expected considering that it's this school. I do like some episodes of this cartoon, but others drive me up a wall. Hate you so much, Myron. Also, the cartoon series starts off with a movie, a pretty good one too. If you like goofiness that's not so nuts, but plenty insane to the point where it not drives you, but rather cruises you to oblivion and back home safely, this cartoon is it.
Well, Mrs. Booles.
That's Jules.
You certainly have the credentials, Mrs. Drools.
Jules.
But, Mrs. Mules, do you know how to handle an attack of glow guppies?
Rats! The rats are coming!
Run for your life! Matthias! Wow! Where's Matthias? Matthias!
Imagine mice versus rats, but in a style of medieval warfare. That is Redwall. Apparently this cartoon was also based off of the novel saga under the same name, Redwall. My gosness, this name is so aesthetically pleasing to say. Redwall. The main character is a young mouse named Matthias, who is one of the brave enough mice citizens to help fend off villains who are, of course, the rats. I guess this is referencing the bubonic plague and how knights caught it from the rats. In this case, the rats are the plague. Talk about personification. This cartoon was almost pretty dark, but it got approved to air on PBS. If you don't believe me, look it up on the wiki.
I am that is. My sword shall wield for me.
Dear Diary, sometimes it's okay to keep a secret from your friends. Especially if that secret is a surprise party.
If you are Canada to Mickey, then chances are you probably know what Ruby Gloom is. Much like Hello Kitty, but more gothic, it's a fashion company about a cartoon drawing, but this time it's a drawing of a little girl named Ruby Gloom. It's less popular than Hello Kitty, and they turned it into a cartoon. Some of you are out there thinking, wow, this cartoon looks so girly and cutesy. Well, just think of the show like this. A cartoon about a human girl that befriends humanoid monsters or Halloween-based creatures such as a living skeleton, a cyclops, a banshee, a two-headed monster, and so on. So, do you see the bright side of the dark side now?
It's all over!
Don't be so negative when it's all over!
Now, just give me a moment to put my man pants on. Monster trucks, dubstep, steak, bacon. Okay, I'm ready.
Look, over there. Those look like dinosaurs.
They certainly do. And if those are dinosaurs, then this must be prehistoric Earth.
Oh yeah, welcome to Boys Territory, so go fool! Well, I mean, girls can watch it too, but this cartoon or line of toys it was based off of never caught on. I'll never know how, but maybe I might have an idea. This show's plot was either almost perfect or too cheesy. It was about a war set on prehistoric Earth, a war of the good race of superhumans, the Valorians, versus an evil race of a mixture of humanoid creatures, the Rulons, both using dinosaurs as uses to help aid in combat. However, the Valorians befriended dinosaurs while Rulons brainwashed them. This was like Dino D-Day before Dino D-Day, except no references about World War II. Talk about pimped up dinos! Running them legs by moonlight, teaching a class by daylight. Yeah, I couldn't even complete the joke without it being such a corny and dated reference, and even if I did, it would still come out terrible. So yeah, here's Cybersex. This cartoon was so lucky to reach as much praise as to make it into this position on this list only by the split ends of its hair. Speaking of hairstyles, I've noticed quite a trend in this cartoon. Out in the city, dangerous but cool, Cybersex always fights crime, playing by no rules. Except for the part where she has to work and dress up as a male teacher. And now back to the action! Just look at her outfit. It's a mix between Batman from Batman Beyond and Spine from Steam Powered Giraffe. Oh, I might have forgotten to mention that there's this strange will it won't they relation / friendship between her and this guy. You know, just watching this fight scene, I have another idea. Watch me fight you, Cybersex! No, it still doesn't work. Besides the part where she has to switch back and forth between roles day and night, she ends up having a strange reunion with a panther. And the panther is her brother. Oh, with the panther and the pouncing!
I'm Mr. Shin! Panic, 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 panic!
It's him! I've been waiting for you, Mr. Shin! Good takes!
Panic, panic! Panic, panic! Pastel Mr. Shin! Pastel Mr. Shin!
Relying on surreal, bizarre humor and being science fiction, Super Milk-chan has one of the weirdest, funniest, and most iconic animes I've ever seen. Not to mention, it is quite cute and has its adorable moments. When it's not trying to be adorable, it has this.
But you didn't pay any of your credit cards last month or the month before! You dumbass!
Yeah, not to mention, thanks to the English dub, the anime is certainly not for children.
Well, please take care.
Thank you. Now I can go home and have a drink.
Super Milk-chan is about a 5-year-old superhero named Milk who may or may not have any superpowers. In each episode, she gets called by the president, if that is even his real name.
Oh, Mr. President?
Yeah, that's right. I'm definitely the president.
Informing Milk about a mission. Whether or not she goes on said missions, after each mission, she likes to celebrate and always says,
Today's mission is complete now. Let's go eat sushi or something. Yeah!
Quite a running gag, I do say. You know, other than...
You dumbass! Hello. Today is my first day at this school. I'm from Vermont.
Let me explain. I saw the Nicktoons network version before seeing the Nick Podcasts version.
And that's how this banana saved my life.
In the town of Clamberg, there lives an evil green girl who creates monsters. And a nice stupid blue girl who likes to sing about monkeys.
Monkeys don't wear shoes. Monkeys never use their legs, 'cause they don't have any. Monkeys stay up late. Ooh, thanks, Vendetta. Monkeys never wait for buses, 'cause they have nowhere to be.
And make friends.
favorite kind of monkey.
What?
And so foretells the legends of making fiends. Each episode has a plot of its own, and the show is really funny. Anyway, there's nothing much else to say, at least for now.
Eat vegetables with every meal, or your lips will start to peel, and your eyebrows will fall out, and your feet will smell like trout.
Wait, I got it. Cyber, ride the cyber, no! It still doesn't work.
Okay. I'm sorry, Caesar. I won't brush so hard.
Believe it or not, it's another epic show that aired on PBS. But this time it taught viewers about important events in the Revolutionary War.
Those filthy redcoats are everywhere!
That's right, James. After that long sea voyage, these lovely redcoats could use a good cleaning.
Liberty's Kids was that one thing to get excited to go to Grandma's house for every weekday afternoon. That is, when she didn't have cable. The three main characters were James, Sarah, and Henri, who helped in making newspapers for a Gazette. Other times, when not working on newspapers, they would be witnessing important hard-hitting events in American history. I loved this show when I was a kid. It was a good time to be alive. One of the highlights of being a 2000s kid. Well, actually, there was this and one other thing.
I'm going to make a gentleman out of you yet.
And I'm going to make an American out of you.
And now, let's take the time to show you some honorable mentions.
I'm really sorry about the cameraman.
Cameraman? What cameraman?
Okay. Stay calm.
Oh my god, Kappa Mikey! I love this cartoon as a preteen. Back then I put this cartoon on the same pedestal as Avatar The Last Airbender. Also, I loved the Chums.
Chums! Shut it up!
You thought that this was America's first attempt at anything remotely close to an anime? Well, this was America's first ever anime, yes, but try again! Not to mention the humor is ridiculously hilarious.
You cheated!
No, you did!
This was an absolutely great idea to have this one Western animated character interact with these Japanese animated characters. I got so excited whenever this cartoon came on, and I actually had a thing for Mitsuki back then. Yes, another one of the greatest highlights of being a 2000s kid. Well, actually, I was born in 1994, but I remember things more back in 2000s. I feel like I was more of a 2000s kid. Anyway, congratulations, Kappa Mikey, for making it to #1. You deserve it. Well, that's it for this video. Too bad I couldn't make a decent anime reference for... Wait, finally, here's a joke that works! I could defeat villains in a different time set. I know what it takes to see through specs and fight crime and match your sex. 'Cause I'm Cybersex.